We are going to start with the analysis of continuous beams by the consistent deformation method. So as usual, the first step in the analysis by consistent deformation method or any method which are force method is identify the static indeterminacy of the structure. Static indeterminacy is number of unknown reactions minus the known equations of equilibrium. Here we are considering a beam with vertical load alone. So we'll be considering only two equations of equilibrium. Sigma V is equal to 0 and sigma M is equal to 0. The unknowns are, on the fixed end, there is a vertical reaction and a moment. And the hinge, a vertical reaction. At support C, a roller, a vertical reaction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 unknowns minus two equations of equilibrium. So static indeterminacy is equal to 2. Now we have to release the redundance. Let us release reaction at support B, reaction at support C. That is, we identify the redundance and we'll choose RB, RC, R, the redundance. Now we will be releasing the redundant. We draw the primary structure. So this is primary structure after removing the redundant. So this is a cantilever A, B, C. We'll mark the load on the cantilever 20 kilonewton and here it is 5 kilonewton per meter. So we have released the redundance RB and RC, mark the cantilever beam with the external loading 20 kilonewton, 5 kilonewton per meter. So C, B, I will mark this point as D. So this is primary structure with external load. Now I'll mark the primary structure. Mark the redundance. What are the redundants? I have taken this as one redundant, this as the second redundant. So let me take it as R1, R2. So this is primary structure with redundance. So this much step involves the step 1. Since the structure is having two redundants, the consistent deformation equation, step 2, in the consistent deformation equation will be F into R is equal to minus delta L. There are two redundants, so the flexibility matrix, the F matrix will be having 2 by 2 delta 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2 into R1 R2 will be minus delta L1 minus delta L2. This is the equation which you have to solve ultimately. I'll explain once again. Since there are two redundants, the flexibility matrix is going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. Delta 1 1, delta 1 2, 2 1, 2 2. R1 R2 will be minus delta L1 minus delta L2. So our aim is to evaluate this flexibility matrix as well as the right hand side vector so that we can solve for the redundance. To solve for the redundance, we have to form all these things. So for that, we know delta 1 1 is integral m1 m1 dx by ei. Delta 1 2 is the same as 2 1. It is integral m1 m2 dx by ei, and delta 2 is integral m2 m2 dx by ei, and this delta L1 is integral mm1 dx by ei, delta L2 is integral mm2 dx by ei. So next aim is to evaluate the left hand side flexibility matrix as well as the right hand side deflection due to external load. These are all the deformations due to unit value of redundance. These are deformation due to external load. To calculate these things, we will have to form the expressions. You have to get the expression for M1, M, etc. So, we'll divide the beam into different portions. So, this was the beam primary structure. This is point B, point C, point D, where there was 20 kilonewton load. This was 5 kilonewton per meter load. So consider the primary structure with external load first. Now you consider, you have to take it portion. Origin. You consider portion CB. See, it's a cantilever beam. Always cantilever, the solution is easy when you consider from the free end towards the support. So first portion is CB. Portion is CB. You take the origin as C. Origin C means you have to measure X from C. The point from where we are going to measure X is called the origin. So measure X from C. So portion CB, what is the value? It is 6 meter. It is 0 to limit is 0 to 6. You write down the expression for bending moment. What is the bending moment at this section? Considering right of section, 5 into x by 2. So it is minus, being a hogging moment, we put it as a negative sign. Okay, next portion is, there is a different expression will be for this portion B to D. So we consider portion BD and take origin as B, because going to measure X distance from B. What about the expression for bending moment at this point? This total load 5 into 6, 30 kilonewton meter load is acting over this portion. The center of gravity 3 plus x. So the expression for bending moment for this portion, the limit is B to D, it is 2 meter. So 0 to 2. Expression for bending moment will be, this is x, so this is 6, 5 into 6, the load acting at 3 here, and this distance is x, 3 plus x with a negative sign. The bending moment at this section due to this much load is 5 into 6 total load. It is 3 meter from here, 3 plus x. So next consider this portion DA. Portion DA. This distance is 2 meters. So I am going to take a section XX at a distance x from D. So origin is D. Length of portion DA is 2 meters. So 0 to 2. That is, when I take X origin as D, X value is 0 at the point D. And if you want to get the details for point A, X is equal to 2. Now considering this section, consider all the loads to the right of it. The expression for bending moment is, this total load is 5 into 6 minus 5 into 6, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus x. This distance is 6, so the load will be acting at the center of it, that is 5 into 6, 3 plus this 2, 5 plus x. Due to that, Then what about this 20? Minus 20x. Okay, so this is the expression for M for portion CB, BD, DA. Regarding this origin and limit, I'll repeat once again. The origin is the point from where we are going to measure x. And for the portion CB, what are the values of x? X ranges from 0 to 6. For the next portion BD, B is the origin. X is marked from B. So the limit is, when x is equal to 0, it will be corresponding to point B, and x is equal to it will correspond to point D. The next portion DA, x is marked from D, so that is taken as origin. The variation of x is 0 to 2. These are the expressions for bending moment. Next, I have to write M1. M1. In order to write M1, I have to take similar line. I will consider this is M. For writing M1, the primary structure, you apply unit value of first redundant. Apply R1 equal to 1. You apply R1 equal to 1. Now the portions are, okay, this is 6 meter, this is 2 meter, this is another 2 meter. So in order to write M1, consider a section. In the first portion, as usual, consider a section X at a distance C, X from C, so that the expression for bending moment is there is no load to the right of it. So the expression for M1 will become 0. Now consider this next portion at a distance X. All the loads to the right of it, there is only one load, 1. This is 1 into X. So the bending moment expression is 1 into X. For the next, considering right of the section, there is only one load, 1 into the distance will be 2 plus X. So it will be 1 into 2 plus X. Okay, next I have to formulate the expression for M2. What is M2? M2 is the same beam. We apply unit value of the second redundant. Apply R2 equals 1. So this corresponds to the bending moment expressions corresponding to this. So the first portion at a distance X from here, it is 1, this point I will mark B, D, A. For the first portion CB, 1 into X. For the second portion, this is 1. This distance is 6 meter. So it is 1 into 6 plus X. Next, for the third portion, it is D is origin. The load is acting here. So the bending moment at this section will be 1 into 6. This is another 2 meter. 6 plus 2, 8 plus X. So 1 into 8 plus X. Okay. So we have formulated the expressions for M, M1 and M2. Now, next job is just step 4 is to evaluate delta 1, 1 integral M1 dx by EI. So here integral first one 0 to 6 M1 is 0 M1 dx plus second portion 0 to 2 x into x dx, definitely 1 by a is there, plus third portion 0 to 2 plus x into 2 plus x dx. After the integration, substituting the limits, we will get the 21.33 by EI. Similarly, evaluate delta 1 2 integral m1 m2 dx by ei. So that is equal to 1 by ei. First portion 0 to 6, the expression is 0 into 1x. 0 to 6, 0 into 1x. Second portion 0 to 2, x into 6 plus x. 0 to 2, x into 6 plus x. The next portion 0 to 2, 2 plus x into 8 plus x. 2 plus x into 8 plus x. So that you will get the answer as 69.33 by ei. Next is delta 2 2 integral m2 m2 dx by ei. So that is equal to 1 by ei. First portion 0 to 6, the expression is x. 0 to 2, 6 plus x. 0 to 2, 8 plus x. 8 plus x into 8 plus x. So we'll get the result delta 2 2 as 333.33 by ei. Similarly, delta L1 integral m1 dx by ei. Integral 0 to 6, there is small, it is 0. Expression is 5 by 2.5 x square into 0. Next is 0 to 2 minus 30 into 3 plus x into x plus 0 to 2 minus 30 into 5 plus x minus 20x into 2 plus x. So evaluating this integral, 493.33 negative. Similarly, delta L2 integral m2 dx by ei. You can evaluate it on similar lines. We'll get the answer minus 6143.33 by ei. Now we write the equation. F into R is equal to minus delta L. That is delta 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2 into R1 R2 is equal to minus delta L1 minus delta L2. So it will be 21.34, 69.34, 69.34, 333.34 into R1 R2 is equal to 1493.33, 6143.33. Solving this matrix, or you can solve it as simultaneous equation. You'll get R1 R2 is equal to 31.14, 11.95. So these are the redundant reactions. Now from this redundant reactions, you have to draw the shear force diagram first. This is point B, point C. This 6 meter, you are having 5 kilonewton per meter. You are having a load of 20 kilonewton. This is 2 meter, 2 meter. Okay, now what? By solving the redundance, we have got the values. The answer which I have got is R1 that is RB. We got RB as 31.14 kilonewton, and we have got RC as 11.95 kilonewton. So we have got RB and RC. So how will you find out RA? RA plus RB plus RC is equal to total external load 20 plus 5 into 6. Therefore, RA works out to 6.9 kilonewton. So we can mark RA also. We have got this also 6.9 kilonewton. So we have got all the external reactions. How to draw the shear force diagram? We draw a horizontal line. 6.9 upward. So draw mark 6.9 to some scale. Up to this there is no load. So it is straight. Suddenly 20 kilonewton load is acting downward. So 6.9 minus 20, it will be 13.1. Then here up to this there is no load. Then 31.14. So minus 13.1 plus 31.14 will be 18.04. Now here it is uniformly distributed load. 30, 5 into 6, 30. So 18.04 minus 30. That minus 30 will work out to 11.95. Then there is reaction 11.95 upwards. So, okay. So this is positive, negative, positive, negative. This is shear force diagram. Now to draw the, let's leave the space here. Bending moment diagram. If you want to draw the bending moment diagram, get the bending moment values. We know it's a simply supported. Support C is simply supported end. So bending moment at C is 0. Support moment will at B. Support moment at point B will be, considering right of this. Consider right of B. The load is 11.95. Moment is 11.95. This into 6. 11.95 into 6 is anti-clockwise, or it is a sagging moment, minus 5 into 6 into 3. So it will work out to minus 18.2. Then moment at A. Moment at A will be 11.95 into 10 plus 31.14 into 4. That is the moment due to this reaction about this point. Moment due to this reaction about this point. Then this much load minus 5 into 6. The load acting at 10 minus 20 acting at 2. So we will get the answer as 5.9 kilonewton meter. So all these are known as the support moments. Support moments means, I'll explain once again. The moment at support C is 0. Moment at B is equal to RC into this distance minus, due to this external load, 5 into 6 load into 3. Moment at support B you have got. Now moment at support A. Moment at support A is RC into this distance, RB into this distance. Then due to this external loads, it is negative moment. So we have got the bending moment values at the supports. Now you draw the bending moment diagram. Draw a horizontal line. Moment at support C is 0. Okay. If this is negative, this will also be negative. Hogging. All these moments are negative, means hogging moment diagram. Support moment is a hogging moment. Now you draw, superimpose this with the free bending moment diagram. We call free bending moment diagram or simply supported bending moment diagram. First portion AB. Consider the simply supported beam with central load 20 kilonewton. So the maximum bending moment at the center is, for this, WL by 4. So superimpose here WL by 4, 20 into 4 by 4 is 20 kilonewton meter. So this value is 20, that is this much value is 20 kilonewton meter. So this is a sagging moment. This moment is sagging moment. This is hogging moment. These two are hogging moments. So we are superimposing the sagging moment diagram. So this is the net diagram. Similarly, for the second portion BC, it is having uniformly distributed load. So the bending moment, simply supported bending moment value is maximum at the center, W L square by 8. It works out to 22.5. So it's a parabola. This total value is 22.5 kilonewton meter. So hatch. This portion you mark it as sagging. This is hogging, sagging, hogging. And this is the bending moment diagram.